Okay, let's dive right in. When you hear the term financial modeling, your mind probably jumps to spreadsheets, numbers, maybe something a little tedious. But today, we're going to flip that idea on its head. We're going to talk about why it's not just some tool, but a genuine superpower for anyone in business.
I want you to really think about this for a second. What if you could actually test a decision before you made it? See the ripples it would create weeks, months, or even years down the road. It sounds kind of like science fiction, right? Well, it's a lot closer to reality than you might think.
And this right here is the heart of it. This is the big difference we're talking about. On one side, you've got guessing. You're running on hope, you're uncertain, you're just reacting to problems as they pop up. And on the other side, you've got strategy, where you have a concrete plan, you're confident, and you have foresight. Financial modeling is the bridge that moves you from that first column over to the second. So, how do we make that jump from guessing to strategy? Well, it all starts with our very first superpower, X-ray vision. Because let's be honest, a business has so many moving parts. Sales, marketing, operations, hiring. It can feel almost impossible to see how it all really connects. A financial model gives you that X-ray vision. It forces you to pop the hood and really get in there to understand the core mechanics of how your business actually makes money. It provides a level of clarity that honestly is almost impossible to get any other way. And this is where that clarity really comes from. A good model just breaks down all that complexity. You can't just say, oh, sales will go up. It forces you to ask why. Is it that new marketing campaign? What's the real cost to bring in each new customer? It uncovers these true drivers and turns what feels like a complicated machine into a clear, understandable system. Okay, so once you've got that X-ray vision to see how your business works right now, you unlock the next superpower, the ability to see how it could work in the future. We call this one time travel. Because as a business leader, you are constantly getting hit with a stream of what-if questions, and the answers have major consequences. And these aren't just abstract questions, right? They're the real, everyday decisions. Can we really afford that new hire? What's the actual impact if we just nudge our prices up a little? Without a model, answering these is pure guesswork. You're just hoping for the best. But with a model, you basically have a time machine. You can test these decisions before you commit a single dollar. You can explore the whole range of possibilities. A best case, if everything goes perfectly, a worst case, so you understand the risks, and of course, the most likely outcome. You get to see the future of each potential path. And this is exactly why we call it time travel. You get to choose your path with confidence because you've already peeked into the future to see the potential outcomes. It truly is the closest thing you can get to a business crystal ball. But time travel isn't just for planning growth and good times. It's also for preparing for the stuff that keeps entrepreneurs up at night, the unknown, risk. And that brings us to our third superpower, a force field. This is the kind of brutal, honest question a model lets you ask. It's called stress testing. You plug in some really negative assumptions, like what if sales just drop by 50% tomorrow, to see where your business is most vulnerable. Now, it can be scary to look at, but trust me, not looking is way more dangerous. And here's the magic. It doesn't just give you a vague feeling of dread in your stomach. No, your model gives you a specific, data-driven answer. It tells you exactly how many months of cash you have left. It replaces fear with facts. And that's what makes this foresight so powerful. It's actionable. The second your model shows you a potential weakness, you can start building your force field. You might decide to go secure a line of credit, or trim some non-essential costs, or just focus on building up a bigger cash reserve, all before a crisis ever hits. That's how you build a truly resilient business. So once you understand your business inside and out, you can plan its future and you can protect it from risk. You gain the final superpower, the ability to convince other people. This is persuasion. Look, at some point, most businesses need to raise capital, whether it's from investors or a bank. And convincing them to give you their money is one of the toughest challenges you'll ever face. A great story about your passion is, well, it's great, but it's not enough. Because whether you're pitching to venture capitalists or applying for a loan, you have to remember this one critical fact. They all speak one language, and that language is numbers. This is why a solid financial model becomes your most powerful tool of persuasion. Just think about what this shows them. It proves you've done your homework on your market and your costs, which makes your plan credible, not just some daydream. It maps out a clear path to profitability, showing them exactly how they're going to get a return on their money. And maybe most importantly, it proves you're a serious data-driven leader. It builds trust. So there you have it. X-ray vision, time travel, a force field, and persuasion. See? Financial modeling isn't just about being good at Excel, it's about a fundamental shift in how you think and how you operate your business.
At the end of the day, this is the key takeaway. It's a skill that empowers you to think strategically, to manage risk, and to communicate your vision with real authority. It allows you to actually shape the future of your business, not just react to whatever comes your way.
This is a superpower that can absolutely transform how you approach every single challenge. So, the only question left is, are you ready to build your toolkit?